Cincinnati City Council members met today to discuss pedestrian safety for students. Drivers hit 3 Cincinnati public school students in just the last week. Parents, community members, and school board officials are all pleading with council for additional safety measures. The biggest issue, better visibility at crosswalks and signage. The city traffic engineer says improved lighting on Ferguson Road outside 2 of the district's biggest high schools would be relatively inexpensive, but could take weeks to install.
Certainly is not an end-all be-all solution. There has to be a combination of things that we do.
We are told transportation, school, and police officials are set to convene a task force next week to discuss solutions further. And here to talk with me now about that meeting is Not on Your Side's Pat LaFleur. And can we talk a little bit about visibility in that area? We were talking a little bit about that earlier today, and you said you went and visited, and it is dark.
It's very dim. The street lights just all along Glenway, Ferguson, that area, they appear to be, some of them, decades old and probably just aren't capable of producing the amount of light that some newer technology might be able to provide for students who are trying to cross the street. Another factor at play there, of course, is before the sun comes up, cars have their headlights going, and that creates kind of a backlight.
And what we really forget is kids are getting started really early. It is dark. It's under the cloak of darkness.
That's true. And, you know, this came up during today's council meeting. I believe it was Councilman P.G. Sittenfeld who, mentioned that this might be another argument for maybe pushing the start of the school day back an hour. We've heard time and again how that might be beneficial to students' cognitive development. It might also make it safer for them to get to school.
Good point. There is no end-all be-all solution, though, and that's the point that they made, right?
That's right, and they brought up this lighting example, but there are half dozen other solutions that have been discussed, whether it be bumping out curbs at intersections so that students don't have to cross so far, to anything to just having more crossing guards on these campuses prepared there to help the students get across the street. And that's kind of a whole back and forth between the city and the school district on how to pay for these crossing guards and how to train them. So we have yet to see how that'll play out. But
3 students just in the last week, some 12 over the course of the last year. It's why they're looking at it.
That's absolutely right. It's become a trend that they hope to correct soon.
All right, we'll pay attention to the task force. Pat LaFleur, as always.
Thank you.